Welcome back to Main Character Radio. This is your host Nishi.
And I'm Love. Our late night conversations have officially turned into a podcast.
So let's romanticize our lives.
One episode at a time. In this episode of Main Character Radio, we'll be talking about the loss of losing ourselves. When we put in everything in us to belong to brands, aesthetics, or people that promise us identity but tend to leave us more hollow than ever.
We're gonna talk about the version of yourself that just vanished because of the pressure of your dreams, the pressure of survival,
Yeah.
the loss of a heartbreak, or just trying to belong in life somewhere.
So this episode is about losing ourselves, the cost of belonging, where we talk about how sometimes overgiving, overconsuming tend to leave us more empty and we don't recognize who we're looking at, or we don't recognize the person that we turn into while living life.
That's what, and little bit like changes in life, how they come to your life actually, not form, is like you compromise regarding certain stuff.
Yeah.
You try to fit in. You change a certain things about yourself slowly, slowly, slowly. You don't even realize
Yeah.
that you're turning
And
into
then
something
one
else.
day, just like that, you're like this whole different person.
Yeah, you don't
and
even
now
recognize
You
yourself.
don't recognize yourself. Your authenticity is lost between all the people that surround you. And I get that adapting is one thing, where birds of a feather or whatever, people tend to
Together.
adapt.
Yeah.
But you completely lose yourself in the process. You don't remember who you were. You lose your authenticity, which this really popular thing these days is the it girl syndrome. Which
Yes.
I'm all for it, honestly. But if you notice, every single it girl is authentically herself.
Yes. In
To set a
basically
trend, you need to be the trend.
Exactly. No, and also in the process of chasing something, in the process of trying to fit into something,
Right.
don't lose yourself.
Of course.
Try obviously adapting new habits or doing something like different is required. You can't be like the same person your whole life. You understand? But the core is so important.
At the core, who are you?
You exactly.
Stay authentic to your origin, where you've come from, what makes you uniquely you. Because honestly, this whole thing on the internet right now about living a soft life or this red pill, blue pill, and there's so much going on everywhere, and it's insane how there's not many authentic people left.
And the thing is, like hopping into each and every trend is not necessary.
It's not.
It's not
Timeless
necessary.
is classic.
The thing is, like, you need to find your things. You need to pick your own choices and your war to fight.
Yeah.
Basically, you cannot jump into everything. Trends stays for like how much long? Zyada se zyada like a month.
Yeah.
Right, and it's
Or like a
gone.
couple months. Yeah.
It's gone. Why you need to burn yourself out to fit into something that's gonna be over like just like that?
Yeah. I know even when people tend to do that, it's not. I'm all for trends.
Yeah,
Honestly,
sure.
I am a trendy person.
Yeah.
I
Same.
enjoy trends.
Who is not?
We can tell.
Yeah, who's not? But
Who's not?
But don't lose your own identity
Yeah,
chasing
like,
something.
Put a twist to it
Yes.
with yourself, your own little essence. I'm all for essence these days. There's just something beautiful about combining things you like and making it work for you. Because at the end of the day, whether it just be eyebrows, just doing your eyebrows, as little as that, or as little as doing your skincare, we both have different skincare routines.
Yes.
It's just these little things. It's not that deep.
That's the thing. No, you do not need to be out there copying someone all
Right.
the time.
Right.
Like because I think there's thousands of people who look similar, do the similar things and all
Yeah.
that. You don't want to be one of them and
Yeah.
lose your own identity. Just
Of course.
you should not do something to that drastic measure that one day you're not able to recognize your own self. You're unhappy with things.
Exactly. And this is what overconsumption looks like.
You are like burned out. You will
Yeah.
burn out so fast and
Exactly.
so quick. You try to hop on each and every trend. You try to like, oh, this girl in my class is doing a certain type of thing. I also
True.
need to do a certain type of thing to get
True.
recognized. Don't you see that why is she getting recognized? Because maybe she was the one who like came up with that thing. So that makes it her own essence.
Exactly. Like in that movie Mean Girls,
Yeah.
Regina George.
Yeah.
She was the ultimate it girl. We still pay homage to her. And it's just there was this part in that movie where I think Lindsay Lohan,
Yes.
I don't remember her name from the movie, but I think she had cut up her t-shirt. You remember?
Yes,
Like two little holes over the chest,
yes.
and it became a whole trend. Unnecessary, but became a
The
whole trend.
And if you
Her
notice,
authenticity.
Regina was like in trend in the movie only for
Yeah.
a very long time. So many people try to bring her down.
Exactly. The only time she was brought down is when she wasn't authentic to herself and she was following the girl, Lindsay Lohan,
Yes.
in the movie.
Yes.
That is when the queen was dethroned.
But she was back again.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes her. So if you try to be someone else, if you try really hard to just to fit in, just to survive, or just to be famous,
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's gonna be.
It's like the ultimate. The rise and fall is very necessary.
You go like up like this, but you're gonna come down like that.
You gotta
roll
get up
back.
again.
That's
just what it's about.
But if you're going like step by step, constructing your own authentic self, I think you're gonna be on the top for a very long time.
Yeah, and even I mean, this is the part about overconsumption, consumerism. Is just that these brands are promising us this identity. Well, I'll give you this example about everyone like this brand Glossier, where it's a very youthful brand. You know, very but it's your style.
It's my style.
Yeah, what is your style called? I'm really sorry, I'm not up to date.
Girl next door.
Girl
Casual.
No. There's this very clean girl.
Clean girl aesthetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Glossier is completely about that, clean girl aesthetic, and so is Jisoo.
Yes.
And it's all about that clean girl, fresh summer. So same with Road, very cool girl. Oh, I'm a cool girl. I had that road case. I'm really sorry. I'm also a victim of consumerism. But it's just, I'm that cool, up-to-date girl. I go to the beach. I love the tan. And every brand has this identity that they promise to give you.
Yes.
But no matter how many road cases and lip tints you get, until and unless it's in your mind and you're not over giving it to everywhere and you're changing yourself to fall into that trap of every other influencer, you are not going to become the road it girl. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. It is what it is.
Every time there's a color of the season that comes.
Yeah, it's
people
yellow
go
this year.
Chase it down to the level.
I know.
And then what?
Same.
Then what? Yeah, then what? What are you gonna do after when it's done?
For the month. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, that's it's okay if you can like do it. You understand? If you're overworking yourself to just
burn
to fit
out,
in,
burnout that I need to get this right.
That happened with the Stanley Cup wala.
Stanley Cup, the road cases.
I heard people used to get bullied in school for like.
Boo-boos.
Oh, please don't talk about that.
Exactly. So we are overgiving into the idea. I saw Urvashi Rautela was carrying these labubus, for Wimbledon. You see, 4 of them in her Kelly. Was it Kelly or Birkin?
Baby, everybody is like burning their cashes out to just buy the labubu. I'm not letting her buy one, by the way. I don't want to. She don't want to now, but she wanted at the beginning, and I'm saying,
I am a victim
if
of
you buy it, I will do.
No, but it's insane actually. You see, at Wimbledon, and it was like the amount of we will give up on anything to fit into something. This is absolutely nuts. This happens.
In school these days, so this has reached the schools also. Like you need to carry a certain kind of backpack.
Oh yeah.
You need to carry a certain kind of you need to wear certain whichever jewelry is allowed. Like in private schools, you need to like be up to date. Nails needs to be done.
Nails.
Oh my god! Otherwise, you're not even consider
the it girl.
It girl.
The it girl to be the it girl. This is what people don't understand. The sacrifice of becoming the it girl. You are top notch, always keeping yourself so well maintained. And for what? For what do people be like, oh, she's so overdone all the time. She's so plastic. She's so fake.
And I will tell you, no matter what you do, no matter how much you do, there will be a portion of people which can say, oh, but you know what? You used to look really good when you were like simple.
Yeah.
If you're simple, they'll be like, oh my god, like you grow up so much. Don't you know how to do a little bit of makeup? Don't you know how to fix yourself up? Yeah, like don't you care about your skin? Don't you care enough to learn something new for yourself? But I mean, no, but you cannot run how fast ever you want to run. No, you cannot make everybody satisfied. That's what people do,
That's where we lose ourselves.
Exactly.
When we are trying to fit in so bad that when we overgive to people as well, when we try to become someone, there's a lot of people will be like, I have a type. Whether it just be for people or friendships, I have a type of person. And you try to get into that so bad, and someone's type is gonna be something really like absolutely unrealistic. It's gonna be like, okay, blonde hair, blue eyes, really skinny, 28 waist.
That's my
I am
reaction.
exhausted talking about it.
That's my reaction.
And you starve yourself to fall into that, and you put contacts in every single morning just to fit into someone's type. You overwork yourself, do not sleep. That Sydney Sweeney in that Euphoria routine for Cassie, insane. Just to be Maddie, so Nate could like her.
But you know what?
Fitting into Maddie, not even authentically herself.
No,
She was trying to become Maddie, so Nate could like her. So these examples are right in front of us. How we absolutely lose ourselves in the process.
And you know what?
Insane.
While being in the process, what
You
people
don't even
do?
know.
No, people start to romanticize it.
Yeah, romanticize it. Oh, I'm
You start to romanticize the cage that you created for your own self.
Just
like how Joe Goldberg created the cage. You do the same thing.
That's
started to. He used to like give explanations so much. He used to talk to himself, telling himself like, "No, I am doing this because out of devotion. I love this person. I want to protect this person, or I want to protect myself. I want to give. I deserve love. Don't I deserve love?"
Romanticizing our parts
Everything.
that we lose.
Everything, and that's where you go wrong. You're like, "Oh, I'm just doing this. I am just doing this because I love this person. Oh no, I just a little bit of change won't harm me, right? I will look pretty only if I do this kind of thing. Oh, if I talk like this, this person will listen to me more."
Exactly. And then boom, one day you're someone, I don't see myself anymore. I don't even talk like the same person anymore.
You sit alone after like a 5 years or so, and you're looking at your old pictures and like,
that girl was happy.
That girl was happy. What
What happened to her?
I changed for those people. I changed for these particular circumstances. I don't have the people anymore in my life. I do not even are in that circumstances anymore, or was gaining something out of those. I never did.
Exactly. I mean, in all of these movies and series, we get these absolute live examples right in front of us. And a lot of times, these characters don't just come up from here. There's always inspiration coming from people around us, right?
Yeah.
So all of these characters are sadly inspired by people. Inspired by the crazy that gets into our head when we are trying to belong, when we are trying to fit in. I mean, we all grew up loving Blair Waldorf, but now we are working 9 to 9 and waiting for a Nate to text us back who doesn't exist, by the way.
And you know what the worst part is?
Yeah.
Nate doesn't even deserve that much of attention.
Yeah.
You understand?
Like, Serena, grow up, you're Blair.
Exactly. While watching Gossip Girl, we used to think that, oh my god, like,
living life golden,
like the Upper East Side life that we are living. We want to live. We're gonna hustle really hard for that. It would happen to us like this.
Yeah.
No. Even though you are born with money, even though you're born in money, even though you're not born in money, every person have their own struggle. Own set of struggles.
Yeah.
If you're born with money, you will have a different kind of struggle. Maybe you obviously, this is true. You get a life a little bit easier, but then you have different problems. So everybody is in a bloody rat race, turn up to be that, I don't know what ideal version of themselves.
True.
And the actual self, you have lost it. You have lost it way behind.
Way before. Like, I mean, all the way back in 2016 during the Tumblr age when King Kylie was in trend. Oh wow, I lost myself then and there. 2015, 2014.
Yeah, after
King
that,
Kylie.
I think nobody's happy. This always comes up in my post. When was the last time you were happy?
Oh god.
I don't even remember.
No.
The thing is, we are still happy. It's just that we are
we are slowly finding our authenticity again.
Yes. We are still happy. It's not like we are not happy, but now people
just not ourselves.
You don't know. And also, people now tries to focus on their sadness way too much. Again, romanticizing the shit out of sadness.
Yeah.
We do it, and I don't know. I think this is also a trend. You never know. This is also might be happening.
Yeah.
We are not noticing it. we love seeing we don't love seeing like
Mhm.
happiness on the internet. We're like, oh my god, why
Because
don't I have
it's
it?
relatable.
And then
Yeah.
we see sad, oh my god, I have
So
it.
relatable. I mean, honestly, I've always been a really, really huge Lana Del Rey fan. And
We know
exactly.
that. She's her national anthem.
She is my national anthem. And it's just, every Lana Del Rey song, it's genuinely, I have to say, a little sad.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. She's Queen Mother. But I mean, there's a song called Pretty When You Cry. Because I'm pretty when I cry.
I like her. There is a happy song, baby.
Which one?
Uh,
There are multiple happy songs.
yeah.
They're empowering songs as well.
Which one
But everybody tends to put Lana Del Rey in this cage of, like very abusive affection and sadness. But it's much more than that. It's just how
You know,
consumerism looks like.
The thing is like it's
Giving identity to brands and singers.
Exactly.
So coming to the part about overgiving to people.
people pleasing.
People pleasing. I mean, I was
I can't
body
shake the
conditionment.
feeling about the Mukesh thing. We're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll get to it. I was like even bigger people pleaser, like a full doormat, as in someone's gonna walk all over me and I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry, I was on the way. Like I'm really sorry. Like
I have to move cities.
Yeah.
I was मुझ में उस बीमारी से जूझ रही थी. People
Yeah.
pleasing बीमारी. You know, my whole personality was about people pleasing.
I get it. I completely understand. I mean, for real, like I was a therapist, the safe space, the strong girl, the love guru, until nothing was left of me, and like I was so empty, so hollow. I didn't know what to do with myself.
You poured out way too much.
Poured out so much that I would every night. Sometimes, genuinely, actually, I know people tend to romanticize this in movies. Be like, I was looking at myself and I didn't recognize the girl who I was looking at, but that actually kind of happened.
With you?
Yeah, it really did. One day after lots of exhausting, burning out type of days, I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was actually shook. My skin was giving away. My hair didn't look as good. I wasn't consistent with anything that I love, whether it be skincare, taking care of myself, or anything that I love to take care of myself. And that's when I knew that I was overgiving so much that I had nothing left to give myself.
You know, it shows when you are going through shit.
Yeah,
It shows.
It shows.
You stop living your life. You stop
Yeah.
doing the little things you do in your daily
Things
life,
you love.
normal basis.
Yeah.
You overpour yourself to the
Too
extent
much.
that you have nothing left for yourself.
Yeah.
Basically, when it comes to people pleasing, I said I have to move cities. Basically, not because of that reason. Basically, I think I have adopted a new personality in a different city because I knew
You
deep
could
down
start
inside.
fresh.
Exactly, I knew deep down inside that this is not. And I told you before also in this conversation, na, that when people have a certain kind of perspective about you, it stays the same. It
Yeah.
remains the same.
They will still look at me like the doormat that I
Yeah.
was, even
And
though I'm
people
much
will
stronger
still
now.
look at me like the people pleaser I was.
Yeah.
But I'm not anymore. I am
Yeah.
a very it's some people will say it's very wrong, but I'm very blunt now.
As
when it
you
comes
should
to
be.
things.
This is what's
I am
needed
still sweet,
in this day and age.
but when you try to overstep my boundaries, I am very blunt about that. I was like, stop.
Exactly.
Not with me.
Like fill the glass that fills you.
Exactly.
You know, never leave your. I don't know. It's just like there's a glass half full theory,
Yes.
right? And so pour into the cup that pours for you.
And please focus on the people who looks at your cup as half full, not as half empty.
Half empty. Exactly. Perspective.
Yes, perspective. Because that's growth mindset, and
Huh.
other is a drain mindset.
Yeah, like a scarcity mindset.
Like a drainage mindset.
Drainage.
More like a drainage mindset.
What was that Mukesh thing you were saying?
Oh, it's funny. So the thing is, like, we were discussing that now. Let's talk about a very people pleasing, and these are all the qualities we also like share because of this topic, right?
Yeah, kind of like losing yourself
Yeah.
to belong to someone.
Yes.
So bad.
Yes.
Like absolutely so bad that you start to people please so much. Okay, you will last minute make plans 10 minutes. Oh, I'll get there. I'll make something happen and I'll get there. Even though I love getting ready for it, I'll take an hour, do my hair, play some music. But we tend to not realize that in the moment.
That's why I said that when it comes to people pleasing, I'm Mukesh from the movie. Sorry, that was just like, remember the Mukesh? Whoever remembers the Mukesh, the
Movie
starting that Mukesh. He's suffering in life. I was suffering with people pleasing Bimari. He was suffering with different kind of Bimari that I don't want to mention in this podcast. But it's just that I was also suffering from a different kind of Bimari. People pleasing Bimari. So I am Mukesh when it comes to people pleasing. Suffering, and people should take examples from me because I
to not be Mukesh, guys.
To not be Mukesh, or neither be
in
me.
both ways.
And neither be me when it comes to people pleasing. I was way, you cannot even imagine. That's what I'm saying. I have to move cities to change my personality so that people, because if you are staying in a light where people always will put you in a box, will only remember that personality, that core habit of yours.
Little girl who didn't know how to stand up for herself.
Exactly. You will never, no matter. It will be really hard for you to get
out of that. Yeah.
So that's why a new start always helps.
Yeah.
These people, when I started my new life, I told myself, these people doesn't know your people pleasing behavior. These people doesn't know your bimari of, like, ठीक है मैं तुम्हारे लिए कर दूंगी. Oh, you go through a lens to fix, to provide change. It's your time. You break through. And once you break through somewhere, it's again easier for you to go back to the place where it all started, and you don't have to change.
Exactly.
Then it doesn't matter. It genuinely doesn't matter how they look at you, what they still think about you. It still doesn't matter.
This whole thing about people pleasing is just that, I mean, when a lot of times we tend to people please with people that we feel like they have these certain expectations, from us,
and we have to deliver.
I have to deliver that no matter what happens. I have to kharo utro for that. And exactly, like Atiti Deva Baba Pro
exactly.
And it's just like, I don't have to do it. You don't owe it to anyone to do anything. I mean, obviously, it's absolute human nature and upon moral grounds to be nice to someone who is nice to you. But I mean, you don't have to like cross 7 oceans for someone who wouldn't even cross the road for you. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Because a lot of times, it's just like we try to do these things for people so they will like us or love us. And a lot of times, we are doing it because we don't love ourselves enough.
That's exactly what happens.
Exactly. We don't love ourselves enough. So we are trying to prove it to that other person that I'm giving you a reason to love me. So please love me. So in the process, now that person doesn't love you, you don't love you. What is the point? You're not getting anything out of it. There's no point losing yourself.
It's frustrating. I think the people who wants to see the good in you, exactly like perspective, they will anyway see the good in you. You are the one who is overly criticizing yourself, overly picking up things like, oh, is this bad about me? Oh my god, is this nitpicking? Exactly. Yeah. No, the other person is not. If somebody is not interested in you, they doesn't have the time to even like, ki, oh, isme ye kharabi hai, wo kharabi hai. And when someone is interested in you, basically, I don't think so. They even, because they like you for who you are. You understand? You don't have to change. When the change part comes, if you're doing it willfully, if you're doing it to, like how I said that I changed my people pleasing behavior, that losing myself part was for good. But when you're losing the good qualities in yourself, like something that you love doing, but now you don't do it because the please. But 4 log and nonsense na, those 4 log will not even be in your life. That is true. So just please, wake up. Yeah. Take this, if you're listening to us, take this as a wake up call, realize.
I mean, we all have been there. Like, I miss the little girl I was before I needed to fit in, before I needed to be a certain way. Before this, we all got into this rat race of, becoming the prettiest or the smartest or the best. There's always going to be someone who is better than you, who is prettier than you. You need to have that security with yourself. You can't leave bits and pieces of yourself everywhere you go. That's the thing. A lot of times when we go through situations like this, like with people who have hurt us, and then when we find a healthier person, we bleed on people who don't hurt us. So we are constantly overflowing, and at the same time, we are completely hollow. Makes sense? And
Definitely makes sense to me.
yeah.
Because that's what, it's a bit toxic behavior that we adopt, just to like, again, people please, to fit in, to survive, to be known.
Hmm.
This is what we do.
True. I mean, my biggest heartbreak was never a boy or
No.
never
It's
any failed relationship. My biggest heartbreak was realizing that I abandoned myself
self.
to make other people comfortable, to keep them warm when I should have taken care of myself.
You dream about something, and then this another person will come and tell you, this is not what you should do. I don't think so. I
Yeah.
will fit into this. And
Yeah.
you start to question yourself.
Yeah.
I'm asking you this particular question, because listen, did you, when you started to dream, did you thought, will I fit in? That's why you dreamed,
No.
or you just dreamed because you liked it?
Yeah.
Question yourself this particular
Exactly.
thing.
When you're in second grade and you want to be an actress, you don't think, oh, I don't have the smile for it.
Yes.
You don't think
You
that.
just wanted to be an actress
You
because
just-
you really love the
You
profession.
love that.
You wanted to do that certain kind of
Exactly.
thing. Just because someone else come and tell you, ki, listen,
Actually, protect that little kid in you,
Yeah.
keep them safe, and get back to your dream. That's
and
what this is.
it's never too late to return back to your childhood.
Yeah.
Once you are connected again, no matter how like adulthood hit you, if you keep that kid alive in your heart, no, like, I think it will be halfway. You're already halfway through adulthood.
Obviously. I mean, as it is, when that little kid in us who didn't know that they needed to be fit into anything, when they weren't overgiving, over adapting to
yes.
everything, that little
They
kid was
shined.
our rawest form.
Yes, and they shine.
Yeah, and like a lot of times, even like with South Asian, like Indian parents,
Yes.
we tend to be like, oh, you were such a bright kid. What happened to you? Because I wasn't in the rat race. Because I didn't know this was gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yes,
life would
yes,
happen to me
yes.
like this.
Because
All kids
you
are
were
bright.
That's what you understand why all kids are
Yeah,
bright.
This is why.
Because they, at that point of time,
Yeah.
they are enjoying learning the apple is red, mango
Yeah.
looks like this.
But honestly,
Those were new
speaking,
things for them.
right now, my niece is 4, and I'm seeing that little it go away. Like with time, how comparison and how I don't know, it's getting
It starts
tainted.
with, oh, your friend got so much marks. What
Why
are
did you
you
get it?
doing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's how it starts.
And it sits in your mind. You
Yeah.
are automatically
Being lesser.
Exactly.
This is
Competition
this
with
is
yourself.
How, I mean, this is a parenting thing in general. They think that maybe I'm going to be motivated when you compare me to be compared to someone else, or even like a sibling.
We have already said this, the comparison kills confidence. And
Yeah, it clearly
you
does.
lose it.
You
Once
lose yourself.
you lose yourself, you lose your confidence, you
Huh.
lose the authentic, the real you who was curious.
Here's to the
Why
fools who dream.
apple is red.
Yeah.
And please go
Actually,
back to that.
Go back to that. Here's to the fools who dream.
Yes.
Every single one. If you're still here, older, and still dreaming and authentic with yourself, this one's for you, man. You won.
And even if you're not, and you are in the process, and you
You're
just
still
realize,
winning.
maybe you come across a podcast randomly, and
Yeah.
you just realize, ki, oh, am I also doing this particular thing?
Yeah.
And it made you think a little bit, think harder. I think
Yeah.
you're gonna get there sooner.
Exactly. I mean, we also mentioned this in our last episode about how when we tend to meet people, we leave bits and pieces of ourselves with them. And that is amazing. Of course, you leave your habits and everything, but a lot of times, what we do is we attach ourselves so much into becoming something or someone for people. A lot of people, I'll see, they'll get in relationships and their whole identity completely becoming that person's partner or that person's best friend.
Sounds like Kylie to me.
No, actually,
seriously, every time people say
Kylie
this,
and Travis, and
she
Kylie
comes
and
to my
Hillary.
mind.
Yeah.
Like right now, and the past her,
Yeah.
when she was dating Travis.
Now
she's dating Timothy.
And it's the whole vibe switch up. Like,
she's a sweet person. I'm
Yeah,
not
she's
bullying anyone or
amazing.
anything, but I don't know why she's the first person that comes to my mind, because there is a
the shift
literal
is
shift.
huge. I mean, people tend to compare both in good and bad ways. So, I mean, your change is never just going to be perceived in one way. There will always be people who will perceive it both in the good and the bad. All you need to realize is this the right thing for me? Am I putting myself in a place where I feel like I'm not authentic, I feel like there are at least 10 people who are just like me, then what is the point?
What is the point?
There's no point of it. The whole thing about life is just being the unique you and not constantly, I don't know, like trying to become like every
Chase
other girl.
something or try to imagine you just hit a change button, because every time you like basically growing in your life, you change.
Yeah.
Because of the environment, because of everything, you just hit your change button basically. I'm calling it a change button, like, or maybe you just hit your change phase, and something else came into trend. You're like, oh my god, I need to rush.
No, now I need to get back. Yeah, like I have that too, honestly. Like I am just in the journey of finding myself again.
Yes, this happens, but I was gonna say this losing yourself coin has two parts: a good one and a bad one.
Yeah.
While
Like some
if you're
parts need to be
exhausting
lost.
yourself
Yeah.
just to change, just to fit in, wrong. If you're losing a bad habit that was holding you back,
Yeah, that's
right?
good. There are always two sides of the picture.
Yes.
The grass
Every-
always looks greener
Yeah.
from the other side.
Dur ke pahar suhana, which I used to always say. This is actually true. You look at someone and you are like, I want a life like her. I will want to adopt all these habits like her.
Yeah, that's true. It's just the one question that I want to ask both you and the audience is, who are you when you're not performing for all the people in your life?
That's you.
Who are you? Like, that's a good question to just sit with
yes.
yourself.
Yeah, it just remind me of something,
Yeah.
We as humans are always in some particular roles, like a mother,
Yeah.
like a daughter,
Who are you?
girlfriend, best friend, everything. But who are you?
Yeah.
When you're not fitting in this role, when you're not really making hard to please the other person while being in this roles.
Yeah.
Who are you actually? That's the main question. And one day when you actually get the answer of that, I think you found yourself.
And even if you're just in the process, this is not a one-day process.
No.
When you lose yourself, I get it. It happens with life, and life happens. People happen. Change happens. But at the end of the day, you have to come back to yourself, because you are the only person that's not going to let you down. Yes. And so that's it.
I think we preach this,
We
preach this and we practice, try to practice this too.
We are getting there.
Don't lose yourself. Because you're doing it for yourself. This is your life.
Yeah.
Don't lose it for anything, actually.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, people leave, times change. But you will stay. You're constant.
You have to face through this.
Yeah.
Anything bad happens, you are the one who's gonna go through that. Anything good happen, you're the one gonna get rewarded.
Yeah.
So it's you at the end of everything.
Exactly. So always make sure that your cup is full.
Yes. Don't overpour. Don't be a people pleaser.
Don't be a doormat. Yes. Let's get better together. Yeah.
We are on this journey together.
We are in this together. We will now get to our segment.
Last segment.
Okay, so we're finally at our last segment. Main character moves and mistakes. We're going to be asking juicy questions, I hope. Are we ready, Nish?
I'm trying to find some controversial questions.
Okay, so you want to go first?
Yeah.
Queen of controversy.
If no one could see your life, would you still be living it in the same way?
No. I wouldn't be. I would be more laid back. I wouldn't do my hair. Not at least always. Like, right now it's a little performative. But if no one were to be watching, I'd be less performative, more raw, more I would do it when I want to do it. Stay in bed, watch reels, dance to Karan Aujla. Okay. Your question?
Shout out to Karan Aujla.
I love you, Karan Aujla.
Yeah. Say.
Have you ever stopped doing something you loved just because it didn't fit the aesthetic anymore?
As I told you, I was so not because it doesn't fit the aesthetic or something. If somebody used to point out a certain thing that I used to love pehle, I'm talking about my earlier self, I have improved. So when people used to point something out to me which I really like, but it's like you don't fit in that, or maybe be this small thing as like a dress or anything, I used to quickly run to change a certain thing about me. But now, honestly saying, not just for saying sake, because I'm doing a podcast, I need to sound really, cool and all that. No, I don't do it anymore. If I feel like कि okay मेरे साथ नहीं हो रहा है, certain thing that I used to love is not me anymore. I have outgrown it, but not for a person or not for a trend. Definitely not. I am a full person who's like vouch for if you like certain things, if you like a certain trend, if you doesn't like a certain trend,
Yeah, skip it.
skip
Take
it.
it or leave it.
Exactly. I ask my second question.
Yes, please.
Okay, is your aesthetic a form of self-expression, or is it the mask you wear because you're scared to be boring?
As of right now, this is me. This is really me right now. I like whatever I'm doing with myself recently, but I have been victim to that a lot. I would, like I mentioned in the second episode, change my hair so often. I hated never being in the, I don't know, never being in. I have this thing where I want to fit in so bad. I would do anything to fit in. And that's what I kept doing for a couple of years or so. But now this is me. I am my own, hopefully, classic self.
Yes, authentic classic
Yeah.
self. Okay, your question.
Have you ever been the mean girl in a group just to keep yourself safe or relevant?
See, the thing with me is that I have faced that mean girl wala group in my life, so I can never. I have like problems with someone. That's me personally having problem with someone. This is honestly saying, I'm saying this. If I am in a group and I have a problem with a certain person, I will not force my friends to go hate on them,
Obviously.
because that's my own maybe journey with them of like agreeing, not agreeing.
Of course.
I will not force people to go and be mean to other people. You understand? It's
course.
me. So I never, never. That though I never, because I have been through this in life and I will never want someone else's to go through it. So not me. Not me. Okay, my question, my last question. When you say it's just not that deep, is it actually not deep? Or are you scared to admit that it's wrecked you?
Oh yeah.
It's
All the
not that
time.
deep, remember?
I say that all the time. Oh, it's not that deep. And usually I'm soul crushed. I have, I cannot breathe. I'm hyperventilating on the floor and I'm typing, it's not that deep. It's always that deep. It's usually deeper than that. It's the deepest. And that's just who I am.
It's the deepest end of the earth.
Yeah. I'm at the bottom of the Pacific. While I'm saying it's not that deep. I'm just like that. I have this thing where I hate it when I'm being vulnerable to someone who's hurt me, because already I feel stupid enough to have let that person in, and then I feel even more stupid that I'm not gonna show how absolutely wrecked I am because you wrecked me. I'm not giving you that satisfaction. And so I'm like, it's not
Most
that
of
deep.
the time they are looking for that satisfaction.
Yeah,
only.
and I'm like, I'm not gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
My last question to you. Would you still be you if Instagram shut down tomorrow?
Yes.
I knew that.
Yes.
I knew that.
I have a whole. My life is not based on Instagram. I can vouch for that. You
Yeah.
go stalk me. You can also vouch for that after that. That's
Damn
my
right.
answer.
Damn right.
Shut it down. I don't care. I will do YouTube. Like I'm doing right now. Go! Shut it down.
Oh my god, no, Instagram, I really like you.
I love you too.
Okay, shout out to Instagram as well. That's our second shout out of this episode.
Yes.
First was Karin Nazla. Okay.
Okay. So
that's
we are
it for this
done
episode,
with this
guys.
episode.
Yeah.
Comment down, actually, like interact. Let's interact.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Any story that you want to share with us,
Yeah.
or any parts that you liked in this episode.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's actually build a community, you know?
Like, let's answer that question that I asked in between
Yes.
the last segment.
Yes.
Who are you when nobody's watching? Let us all find out.
Okay.
That's it for today's episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.